Finally got blue skies today. We're gonna go to Guangzhou and pick up that passport finally. That's what we gotta do. That's what we gotta do. Laoban. That's my bro. It's actually where Churchill Customs started. You know, it's where we made our first couple bikes actually for the company before we had our own shop. That was a talkative taxi ride. Anyway, I'm at the bus station. Like, I want to know everything about my life. That's going to be something I'll miss in the future if I ever leave China, you know? The intense curiosity. It's always really positive and really nice. I made a video here actually a long time ago. It was really funny. I was walking up these stairs, right? Next to this homeless guy sleeping in them. And there was a guy, and he was trying to pickpocket. But I got him on video, which was actually really funny. Well, some great news, boys and girls. My passport arrived early, so it looks like I will be able to pick it up. And we're back in the familiar location of the American Consulate here in Guangzhou. So fingers crossed to get my passport back and head back to Guangzhou and sort all this trash out. Having flashbacks, Laowinners. Anyway, I got my new passport, so thank the Lord. And I got it early. They actually swore to me in the consulate. They're like, no, you're not going to get it early. You're going to get it after 2 weeks. Bullshit. I got it right away, and I almost get it by car. Anyway, I have to rush back to Guangzhou now so I can get to work. Hey, Laowinners. Absolutely beautiful day out there, but you're going to have to put up with this horrific cold that I've picked up. It's so bad. Oh, I have no idea where it came from, but hit me with a pretty harsh fever and horrible sore throat and cough and whatnot. But it's springtime, and we live down here where it's super humid. Germs and viruses tend to flourish, so it's about that time of year where everyone gets a little sick. And unfortunately, it's right before I have to go do some voiceover stuff for our TV show Conquering Southern China. So that's freaking awesome, isn't it? But that's that's just life. That's the nature of the beast. Oh gosh, absolutely beautiful day though. And you might be wondering, why did I turn on the camera? Well, I turned on the camera to finally conclude the passport story. So, as you all know, I went to Guangzhou to try to get an emergency replacement passport because I only had 2 pages left in mine. Sorry, 1 page left in mine, and you need 2 pages to get a new Chinese visa. So I had to rush there and potentially get kicked out of the country. But the good news is, they told me that I could get one in 2 weeks. Unfortunately, that meant I only had, it was actually a day after my visa appointment. So it was good news that I could actually get it. What the hell is she wearing? It was good news that I could get my passport. Bad news was it was actually going to come late. So long story short, I get an email a few days ago, and it says, Mr. Matthew Tai, your passport is here. And they've already they swore. They're like, no, it's not going to come early. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm like, this is awesome, right? So I go in and get my medical for my visa, and everything is on track. And then they said they're gonna have to hold on to it for like 5 weeks or something for processing at my job. And I was like, well, this sucks because I gotta go to Beijing now for some voiceover work for the TV show. So they told me I could take it for a little while. So I'm going to grab that right now. Anyway, what I learned from this whole experience is that in China, because you don't really, I want to clear up some things that people are asking about, to be honest. in China, people are like, oh, well, why don't you just get a longer visa? Well, number one, the only visa you can work on, even if you're married or whatever, it doesn't matter what your status is here. The only visa, someone just hit me with a cigarette butt. Gotta be kidding me. The only visa you can actually work on legally is called a Z visa or a Z visa. And that's only good for a year. You have to get it renewed every single year. And a lot of people getting kind of tired of this comment, to be honest. They're like, well, I heard that you could get a 10-year visa in China. There's only a tourist visa. You cannot work out a tourist visa. You cannot work out a tourist visa, okay? And 10-year visa does not mean you can stay here for 10 years. It doesn't mean that at all. It just means you don't have to renew your visa. Do you understand? So you're kind of free from visa renewal, that whole process. But you still have to leave every 2 or 3 months and then, you know, come back in the country to be able to reactivate it. So there's no advantage to that. A business visa, an F visa, you cannot work on an F visa unless you're doing factory tours or something like that. So again, keep in mind that you're going to have to get this redone every year. You got to get a medical done every year, and you have to surrender your passport every year for whoever your employer is to process it. And that does get pretty annoying. It gets really annoying, to be honest with you. Anyway, long story short, if you need to get replacement pages in your passport because you've run out, that service is now done. It's been discontinued by the American government as of last year, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I do know that that service is not available anymore. So you cannot go add new pages to your passport. Another thing, if you need a replacement passport, budget 2 weeks. If you pay the expediting fee, it's going to take at least 2 weeks. It took mine about a week and a half. And number 3, if you're going to do it in Guangzhou, if you're in southern China, please make an appointment online first, because they won't let you in unless you've already booked your appointment. When you get to Guangzhou, just take the metro and get out at Zhujiang New Town. It's on line 3 on the metro. I had to go there like 3 times now. And it's really easy. Actually, the new embassy, or the new consulate, is right outside of the Zhujiang New Town metro station. So, those are 3 tips I picked up here. Never run out of pages in your passport because you can't get new ones. And always make sure that your passport is up to date and has enough room for the China visa, because it does have to get updated every single week or every single year, and it does need two pages. Anyway, thanks for sticking around for that drama. It's a huge weight off my chest. I'm so happy that everything worked out. Wish me health. Thanks, Laowinners.